Hey, what's up, folks? It's me, Sonny T, back at you with another podcast for marketers, exclusive. But before I do, catch me at Sonny-T-1 at SoundCloud, funnelhackerpro.com for my Facebook group. We're getting really chum over there. Stealthy Millionaire on Instagram. Podcast for marketers on YouTube if this is embedded somewhere. Billionaire Vids on Snapchat, Billionaire Vid without the S on Twitter, podcastformarketers.com, where you can go over there and follow me on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google+. There's also a free MP3 player over there, but you do have to pay for your shipping. Smash that thumbs up if you like this video, and fucking subscribe if you like this content. Boom. Rip that Band-Aid right off. So today, folks, we're talking about, let's just fuck that right up. Micro commitments. And, you know, I'm always talking about your social media marketing agency. Folks, I know I sound flat right now, man, but I totally got fucked in the ass. This is my second time doing this video, so we're just going to have to fight through it. Talking about a social media marketing agency, I've been spoon feeding you guys medicine all along, but all this shit just works for marketing, folks. So don't get turned off by the whole social media marketing agency. There's just some guys out there that just gotta be talking about a social media marketing agency, yet they don't have any idea about marketing at all. So the way to spoon feed this to you guys is to just say social media marketing. But for those of us that just want to learn how to be good marketers online, micro commitments are just a part of good fucking marketing, right? So what I want to talk to you today about is micro commitments and what those are little tiny yeses. And one of the best places that you can go look at for these micro commitments is GoDaddy. Okay. Now, if you've ever ordered a domain, if you haven't, go order a domain so you can just see it because it's actually brilliant. The first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to search for your name. That's one little yes right there, right? With their website, just a small one that says, I want to maybe possibly get a domain. Now, once you find a domain, they're going to tell you, okay, these other domains are available, but if you want this one, click here, to add this to your cart. That's another little yes right there. Now, once you do that, they're going to take you to another page that's going to have a bunch of other shit here that really has nothing to do with your fucking name, but it's a domain and maybe an email and maybe privacy or something like that, right? And they're going to say to skip all of this, click here. Now, believe one thing here, or just say no thanks. You're going to click here, and there's another yes, right? Now, believe they could have taken you right to your cart here, but they decided to have you click a bunch of more buttons, okay? So now when you get over to the cart finally, there's going to be some more shit for you to say no to, right? And then, or yes to, because it is a funnel, right? But they're going to make sure that you click yes one more time here, or no, but it's just a small little yes to continue on and choose your payment option. Then once you get over to the cart, they're going to still have another box for you to check off, which is another small little yes, to say that, yeah, I'm going to fuck with your terms and service. Now, and then you finally get to your order button. But look how many little yeses you had there. There's 1, 2, if you clicked here, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, right? That's 6 micro commitments, and there may be more in there, but at least 6 micro commitments before you actually get to click yes on your cart. Now, believe one thing, they could have taken you straight from here to the cart, but they don't. And why don't they do that? Because they want you just to keep saying yes all the way to the cart. The cart is where you're going to get the most abandonments right here, folks. This is where people are going to abandon your website, right at the cart. So if you get more yeses all the way up into the cart, these micro commitments, you're going to have a better conversion rate. Now, right here, I'll show you, and I'll paste it up on here, that it's somewhere around the area of a 62% conversion rate on my little old opt-in page. And it's not a special opt-in page, but I'll tell you how I got this 62 point some odd conversion rate with my little funnel. But before I do, I want to tell you about somebody else that has a ton of micro commitments, and that would be Amazon. Amazon is the fucking king of micro commitments. Now, when you get there, you have to give them your email address. You can't even fucking shop on Amazon without giving them your email address, right? So that's micro commitment number one. And you know how it goes when you shop at Amazon. You're going to go there, and there's one little yes. And then you're finally going to search for your product. There's another little yes, okay? And then after you search for your product, you're going to have to pick out a product out of a lineup of products. There's another little yes that you're going to click on. And then you're going to pick out what product you want. There's another little yes. And then once you get to the cart, you still have to do the same little process. Do you want to do this as a gift? Or what is your payment what are you going to use for your payment method or whatever? All of these, here's another little yes. And then they're going to ask you, well, is this your correct address? There's another little yes. And by the time you get there, well, do you want to convert this currency or whatever else they have? Is this the correct address? There's another yes. You get a bunch of conversions all the way up. It's little micro yeses. And I've counted them once I did this, like if you didn't order with them. It was something like 50 little micro commitments, man. And how often do you really abandon your cart at Amazon? Just think about that. It's those little micro commitments. So how did I get my awesome 62% opt-in rate? Well, I did the same thing with micro commitments. So mine starts with an ad on Facebook. And on that ad, I tell you to comment below, share the video, and like the video, right? Now, if you do all three of those are 3 micro commitments right there. So there's my first 3. But what happens is when you do comment below, I'm going to send you a message in your messenger saying, click this link. Well, there's another little yes. And then I tell you to come back and tell me that you're done, right? And there's another little yes. Well, right there, I've got 5 little small micro commitments, and you've listened to what I had to say 5 times before you even got to my page, okay? Well, this is after you've been to my page. Now, once you get to my page, I've got a simple opt-in form with a headline and an instant access button, okay? Once you click that, another little one comes up, and what's that? That's another yes. Now, I'm finally asking for your email address. Well, fuck, you've been doing all this other clicking. That's 7 clicks. That's 7 little yeses that you've already given me, right? So now, there's your email address right there. Well, there's another yes, and there is my 62.70 some odd % conversion rate right there. But it doesn't stop there, because the creme de la creme is getting them over to the offer. So I have a video here and another little click. Now, I could send them straight to the offer, but I'm giving them a bridge page, right? And I could send them straight to the offer from here. But I want that one more micro commitment. Now, this whole funnel converts at an even 60% across, from my ad to my opt-in to this bridge page is 60% all the way through, and I'm sending that traffic to an offer, okay? And they have to give up their email addresses in the offer, which is, in this particular funnel, is how I get paid to build my email list. So now, well, I'm just giving you a good look at my funnel too, haven't I? So now you can look and see how these little tiny yeses will get you all the way to a proper offer. Now, if you know something, that will tell you 30% is industry standard, okay? 30% is industry standard for all this, and I'm getting a whopping 60 some odd %. And it's because of these little micro commitments that you give them. Now, how could we do this and kick this up a notch even more? Well, how you could kick it up a notch even more if you wanted to get a couple more yeses in, and I guarantee you it would work, just do your test and offer a quiz here first. A 3-question quiz, right? And those are 3 more yeses. And you guys will think, no, these guys are going to fall off, but they won't because of how our brain works. Our brain needs to complete shit, man. We need to finish something off. We don't want to leave something unfinished. That's just how we're built. It's how we're wired. So if you add a little quiz here in the middle here, between here, and it could be something as simple as, how did you hear about us? Now, this is for sure. There's already a guy that's done this is for sure been tested already. There's a guy named Dagan that has done the testing on this. This is an extra 30%, a bump in 30% conversions here, right? So you'll ask, how did you hear about us? Is it Facebook or by, radio or whatever? They'll click a little radio button. There's one little micro commitment. And then the next one could be, are you an advanced marketer? Yes, no, maybe, right? Or whatever. You always want to leave that other or something on there because people sometimes just don't know. There's another micro commitment. And then click here, to go to an awesome offer. There's another micro commitment. So now you're adding on more. The more of these micro commitments that you can get in there to say yes before you get to your offer or your cart. Because remember, if you're working for a social media marketing agency, that they're going to be probably sending you some type of funnel here, right? Or some type of offer. Mine will go to either one of my classes, right? Or an offer, or I'm in the survival niche. It'll go into one of my survival niche offers, okay? So these are really important, these tiny little yeses. And just test it out, guys. Go on Facebook, right? This is some homework for you guys. Some of you guys will do this homework, some of you won't. But this is some homework for you. Go on Facebook and get a $5 ad going, okay? And your ad should be something kick-ass, like here's a case study on how this chick made $50,000 from putting one ad on Facebook without selling a thing, right? Some really kick-ass ad with a nice image on there, okay? And send them to just an email page with the same headline up top. Ask for their email, okay? And I guarantee you're going to convert it to cold traffic something like 20%. And then add those micro conversions all the way through there, those little micro commitments. Add those in there, and I guarantee you're going to go up to 60%. Right? Now, what does this mean for you? If it's just you and you're not running a social media marketing agency, that means more money for you. Because I had a friend of mine and we both got 100 clicks, right? But on his offer, he got 30% of the people that came in, and I had 60% of the people that came in. Well, that doubled my money. I don't know what it was, but let's just say he made $50. I made $100 off of the same $5 ad. That's what's important right there. So you're making more money and saving ad money for your client. Well, or yourself, which is what I would prefer. But, like I said, my mom used to give me this little medicine. It was aspirin. And I guess I didn't like the taste of it. What was really cool is she would crush it up and put it in a spoon for me and then pour a little orange juice in there for me to take my medicine, right? And I used to like that when I was a kid. And that's kind of what I've been doing with you guys with this social media marketing agency. I've just been spoon feeding you real marketing advice that you can use in your real life. Because when you finally decide that the social media marketing agency really sucks ass, and Ty Lopez is a fucking dumbass, when you finally realize that, you're going to have a ton of fucking shit under your belt. You're going to go, fucking Sonny, man. That motherfucker, that's exactly what you're going to say. I got so much experience from listening to his marketing advice that, well, it doesn't matter whether I'm social media marketing or whatever the fuck comes up next, that kind of marketing. You're just going to realize that these little micro commitments, and they work for everything. They work for e-com, especially good for e-com. You're going to get such high cart abandonments in e-commerce that you need these micro commitments. So if you're into e-commerce or even thinking about it, doing your own e-com store, remember to add up these little micro commitments. So, coffee break.